God is about to announce your breakthrough in the faces of your haters. There comes a moment in life when God decides to turn the page, when He decides to move you from the shadows into the spotlight, not for your glory, but for His. You've cried, you've prayed, you've endured the whispers, the laughter, and the betrayals of those who wanted to see you fail. But hear me. God did not bring you this far to leave you. He is about to announce your breakthrough, and He won't do it in secret. No, He will do it in the open, right where your doubters can see it. The same voices that tried to tear you down will have no choice but to testify to what God has done in your life. Your pain was not wasted. Your tears watered the soil for your harvest. And now, your breakthrough is not just coming, it's about to be declared for the world, and especially for the faces of your haters. Your breakthrough is not private, it's public. There are seasons in your life when God works quietly, shaping you in the hidden places where nobody sees. He molds you in the silence, strengthens you in the waiting, and tests you in the wilderness. But there also comes a moment when God says, "Now is the time." A moment when He decides that your story, your growth, your perseverance, and your faith cannot stay tucked away in private any longer. God doesn't just bless you for you, He blesses you as a living testimony of His power, His favor, and His glory. And when He chooses to elevate you, it will not be in secret. Your breakthrough will not be hidden behind closed doors. It will be public. It will be undeniable. It will be in the very place where people counted you out, in front of the very ones who laughed at you, and in the presence of the same voices that said you would never make it. See, there are blessings that come quietly, like peace in your heart or clarity in your mind. Those are priceless. But then there are blessings that God announces in such a way that your enemies can't ignore it. They may not like you, but they won't be able to deny that God's hand is on you. They may not support you, but they won't be able to block the door that God Himself opens. This is the type of blessing that announces itself without you ever saying a word. You won't need to brag. You won't need to defend yourself. You won't need to clap back at your critics. The breakthrough will speak for you. And let me remind you, the reason God will make your breakthrough public is because your private suffering was also public. People saw you struggle, they saw you fail, they saw you cry and still tried to bury you under their judgment. They mocked you in your valley and spread stories about your downfall. But God does not allow humiliation without redemption. What was exposed in your pain will also be exposed in your victory. That's why your breakthrough will be undeniable. It's the divine reversal of everything that tried to destroy you. Think about Joseph. His brothers sold him into slavery, thinking they had silenced his dreams forever. He was forgotten, betrayed, and locked away. But when God's time came, Joseph was elevated to second in command of Egypt. And guess who had to stand before him? Hungry, broken, and in need of help. The same brothers who thought they had ended his story. That is how God works. He takes what was meant for evil and flips it for your good. Your haters become the audience to your breakthrough. They become the very proof that no plan against you can override God's plan for you. You need to understand this. Your breakthrough is not just about you receiving blessings. It's about God revealing Himself through you. Your success is a stage for His power. Your restoration is a canvas for His grace. When people see your life, they are not just seeing your strength, they are seeing the God who carried you when you had none. That's why your breakthrough must be public. God wants it to be clear that it wasn't luck, it wasn't connections, it wasn't human effort. It was His divine hand that lifted you. Now don't be surprised when the public announcement of your blessing stirs up jealousy. Some people will pretend to clap while secretly wishing it wasn't you. Others will question how you got there, as if you don't deserve what God has given you. But let them talk. You didn't earn this breakthrough by pleasing them, and you won't keep it by explaining yourself to them. Your responsibility is to walk in the blessing with humility, giving all the glory back to God. Because here's the truth. When God announces your breakthrough, He's not looking for your pride. He's looking for your praise. And let me tell you something. God has been preparing you for this moment. All those silent nights when you prayed with tears streaming down your face, all those mornings when you got up even though your spirit was heavy, all those seasons when you felt invisible, unappreciated, and overlooked, none of it was wasted. It was all building you for the day when your blessing would no longer be hidden. And when that day comes, you will stand in awe, not of yourself, but of the God who never forgot you. So don't shrink back when the blessing comes. Don't apologize for what God is doing in your life. Don't dim your light just to make others comfortable. You spent too much time in the shadows, too many years being overlooked, too many seasons being underestimated. When God announces your breakthrough, you need to walk boldly in it. This isn't arrogance, it's obedience. Because hiding the blessing is just as wrong as claiming the credit. When God shows you off, He's showing Himself off through you. Your breakthrough is not private, it's public. And that means you will no longer just survive in silence. You will thrive in sight. It means you will no longer just endure pain. You will embody purpose. It means the very people who thought you were finished will have to watch you flourish. And the most beautiful part? You won't need revenge. You won't need bitterness. Your victory will be the only response necessary, because nothing silences the critic like undeniable success. Nothing silences the hater like undeniable favor. Nothing silences the enemy like undeniable victory. So, lift your head, wipe your tears, straighten your back, because the announcement is coming. The trumpet of God's timing is about to sound. The season of hiding is over. The season of proving is finished. Now comes the season of revealing. Your story is shifting from pain to power, from test to testimony, from brokenness to breakthrough. And when it happens, everyone will know it wasn't you, it was God. So get ready. The public announcement of your breakthrough is not in the distant future. It's closer than you think. And when it comes, your life will never be the same again. Haters are unwilling witnesses to God's glory. There is a reason why the people who despise you can't seem to leave you alone. They watch you from a distance, they whisper about you behind closed doors, they follow your steps not because they care about your success, but because deep down, they're waiting for you to stumble. Yet what they don't realize is this: God has allowed them to stay in your orbit for a purpose. Your haters are not random. They are divinely positioned. They are not in your story to destroy you. They are in your story to witness what God is about to do. They thought they were spectators to your downfall, but in reality, they are about to become unwilling witnesses to your rise. See, sometimes you ask God, why do they keep showing up in my life? Why do they keep talking about me? Why won't they just disappear? But here's the truth. If they disappeared, they would miss the performance. And the performance isn't yours, it's God's. He is about to display His glory through you, and they are part of the audience. Every critic, every doubter, every jealous spirit that wanted to see you fail is going to have a front row seat when God turns your pain into power. Remember, God does not waste enemies. He does not waste opposition. The very presence of your haters is proof that something worth watching is about to happen in your life. If you weren't carrying greatness, they wouldn't care. If you weren't favored, they wouldn't notice. If you weren't chosen, they wouldn't bother. But the fact that they are watching, the fact that they are talking, the fact that they are plotting, only confirms what God already declared: you are destined for more. Think about Moses standing at the Red Sea. Pharaoh thought he had him trapped. The army was behind him, the sea was in front of him, and there seemed to be no escape. But God used that moment not only to deliver Moses and the Israelites, but also to make sure Pharaoh and his army witnessed the power of his hand. God parted the sea in full view of the enemy. They saw it, they could not deny it. And just like that, your enemies will not be able to deny the miracle God performs in your life. They will see doors open that they tried to shut. They will see opportunities rise that they tried to bury. They will see blessings flow that they tried to block. And here's the best part. They won't be able to stop it. Your haters may be unwilling, but they are necessary. God wants them to watch so that when he blesses you, there will be no question who did it. If it happened in private, they would say it was coincidence. If it happened quietly, they would say you were lucky. But when it happens in front of them, when they have no choice but to acknowledge the shift, they will have to admit, surely the hand of God is upon this one. That is why you must stop worrying about the chatter. Don't waste your energy trying to silence your haters. Their role is not to stop you. Their role is to witness you. And here's something powerful. You don't even have to respond to them. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to fight every lie, chase down every rumor, or prove every critic wrong. Why? Because God's announcement will speak louder than your words ever could. Silence is sometimes the loudest response. Your victory will silence what your voice cannot. Your progress will cancel out their gossip. Your glow will outshine their shade. You don't need to clap back. You just need to keep walking, because your walk is leading you into a divine display that no hater can ignore. But let me warn you, when God's glory shows up in your life, some people will still refuse to accept it. They will see the blessing, but they will pretend not to. They will see the evidence, but they will twist it. That's because haters are blinded by pride. They cannot celebrate you because it exposes their own insecurities. Yet even their denial is still a form of testimony. Even their refusal to acknowledge your breakthrough is proof that the blessing is undeniable. So the next time the bad bud says, because when something isn't real, people don't fight it. The fact that they fight you is proof that what God is doing is too powerful to ignore. So don't pray for fewer haters. Pray for the strength to endure their presence. Don't ask God to remove them. Ask him to prepare the table before them. Psalm 23 says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Not away from them, not hidden from them, but in their presence. Why? Because the table is not just for your nourishment. It's for their witness. The meal God sets before you is not only to feed you, it's to prove to them that his favor is greater than their hate.